The waiting is over. The talking is done. The rematch is here. The sense of anticipation as before the first fight is almost palpable. Here we go, fight 2, round
Waltz. Now who went backwards? Evander Holyfield went backwards. Cicchetti said, I'm going to let this guy get pushed back.
eye to eye with Holyfield. Bill's lane. Deja vu.
Well, it should spur Tyson to a big effort.
It's the same eye that was cut while he was...
The amount of respect here, too, by both fighters.
Cicchetti said he's going to be bobbing, weaving, he's going to be jabbing. Well, he certainly started out jabbing and then throwing a right afterwards. So let's see if we see improvement in the offense of Mike Tyson.
2-point deduction, the fight will go on. 2-point.
Saw that one, that was right clear.
When do we get that on tape?
Fighting Holy...
But Tyson's still throwing more right hands than he's normally used to doing over the top. He has seen something in it.
Predicting a sensational victory. Right on the top of...
I'm going to hit this guy when I want.
Bloody right ear. Oh, major controversy here in round 3.
We're getting to see strange things happen in boxing.
Tyson showing desperation.
And look at this. He just reaches in and bites him.
For time like that, it's it. You're gone.
The most unbelievable spectacle I have ever seen.
Tyson's bodyguard fighting with the security.
Pandemonium breaking out here as Mike Tyson is leaving the ring. Knocked over, our camera goes down. Mills, let me continue.
What happens when two of the greatest heavyweights of all time collide in the ring? You get Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield, a rivalry that defined an era, captivated the world, and left an indelible mark on boxing history. Their fights weren't just about titles. They were about pride, power, and the ultimate test of wills. But what made their clashes so iconic? And why does their rivalry still resonate with boxing fans today? Let's step into the ring and relive the epic battles between Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, two legends who pushed each other to the limit. The build-up, Clash of Titans. By the mid-1990s, Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield were already legends in their own right. Tyson, the ferocious knockout artist, had become the youngest heavyweight champion in history and was known for his devastating power and intimidating presence. Holyfield, on the other hand, was the consummate warrior, a skilled technician with a heart of steel and a resume that included victories over legends like George Foreman and Larry Holmes. Their paths were destined to cross. In 1990, Tyson was scheduled to face Holyfield, but the fight was cancelled after Tyson suffered a shocking loss to Buster Douglas. Years later, after Tyson's release from prison and Holyfield's own battles in the ring, the fight finally came to fruition. The stage was set for one of the most anticipated matchups in boxing history. The first fight, November 9th, 1996. When Tyson and Holyfield finally met in the ring, on November 9th, 1996, the world was watching. Tyson, the favorite, was expected to overpower Holyfield with his trademark aggression and knockout power. But Holyfield had other plans. From the opening bell, Holyfield showed no fear. He used his superior footwork and ring IQ to neutralize Tyson's power, clinching when necessary and landing crisp counterpunches. Holyfield's strategy was clear: wear Tyson down and expose his weaknesses. By the middle rounds, Holyfield's game plan was working. He began to dominate, landing heavy shots and pushing Tyson to the brink. In the 10th round, Holyfield unleashed a flurry of punches that forced the referee to stop the fight. Against all odds, Holyfield had defeated Tyson by TKO, reclaiming the WBA heavyweight title and cementing his place as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. The boxing world was stunned. Tyson, the once invincible destroyer, had been dethroned by a man many had written off. But this was only the beginning. The rematch, June 28, 1997. The rematch between Tyson and Holyfield was one of the most highly anticipated fights in boxing history. Dubbed the Sound and the Fury, it promised to be another epic battle, but no one could have predicted what would happen. From the start, Holyfield picked up where he left off, using his superior technique and physicality to control the fight. Tyson, frustrated and unable to land his signature punches, resorted to desperate measures. In the third round, chaos erupted. Tyson bit Holyfield's ear, tearing off a piece of it and spitting it onto the canvas. The fight was temporarily stopped, and Tyson was penalized. But just moments after the fight resumed, Tyson bit Holyfield's other ear, prompting the referee to disqualify him. The crowd erupted in shock and anger, and the fight ended in controversy. The aftermath was just as dramatic. Tyson's license was revoked, and he was fined $3 million. The incident became one of the most infamous moments in sports history, overshadowing what had been a brilliant rivalry. The legacy of Tyson versus Holyfield. Despite the controversy, the Tyson-Holyfield rivalry remains one of the most compelling in boxing history. Their fights were a clash of styles, personalities, and wills. Tyson, the ferocious knockout artist, represented raw power and intimidation. Holyfield, the skilled technician, embodied heart, discipline, and resilience. Their first fight showed the world that Holyfield was more than just a skilled boxer. He was a warrior who could stand toe-to-toe with the most feared fighter of his generation. The rematch, while marred by controversy, only added to the mystique of their rivalry. Beyond the ring, respect and redemption. In the years that followed, Tyson and Holyfield's relationship evolved. What began as a bitter rivalry turned into mutual respect. Tyson publicly apologized for the biting incident, and Holyfield forgave him. The two even appeared together in commercials and public events, showcasing their ability to move past the chaos and embrace their shared legacy. In 2021, they stepped into the ring once again, not to fight, but to embrace. Their exhibition match was a celebration of their careers and a reminder of the impact they had on the sport. It was a fitting end to a rivalry that had defined an era. Expanded analysis. The impact of Tyson versus Holyfield. The Tyson-Holyfield rivalry transcended boxing. It was a cultural phenomenon that captured the imagination of millions. Their fights were not just sporting events. They were spectacles that brought together fans from all walks of life. The first fight was a masterclass in strategy and execution. Holyfield's ability to neutralize Tyson's power and impose his will on the fight was a testament to his skill and determination. It was a reminder that boxing is as much a mental game as it is a physical one. The rematch, while controversial, highlighted the pressures and emotions that come with competing at the highest level. Tyson's actions, though indefensible, were a reflection of his frustration and desperation. Holyfield's composure in the face of adversity only added to his legend. In the years that followed, both men continued to impact the sport in different ways. Tyson became a pop culture icon, known for his larger-than-life personality and candid reflections on his life and career. Holyfield remained a respected figure in the boxing community, admired for his professionalism and dedication to the sport. The enduring legacy. Today, the Tyson-Holyfield rivalry is remembered as one of the greatest in boxing history. Their fights are studied by aspiring boxers and celebrated by fans who witnessed their epic battles. The rivalry is a reminder of the power of sport to inspire, entertain, and provoke. So, when you think of Tyson versus Holyfield, remember the moments that defined their rivalry, the triumphs, the controversies, and the redemption. It's a story that transcends boxing and continues to resonate with fans around the world. Conclusion: Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield was more than just a boxing rivalry. It was a story of triumph, controversy, and redemption. Their fights captivated the world and left an indelible mark on the sport. Tyson's ferocity and Holyfield's heart made them perfect foils for each other, and their battles will forever be remembered as some of the greatest in boxing history. So, when you think of Tyson versus Holyfield, don't just think of the fights. Think of the drama, the intensity, and the legacy of two warriors who pushed each other to the limit. Their rivalry wasn't just about winning or losing, it was about proving who was the best. And in the end, both men emerged as legends.